Big Match John spent his entire career refusing to lose. He was avoiding those L's, but maybe he avoided the biggest L of all when he didn't marry Nikki Bella. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. And we're going to give a little bit of an update on the whole Nikki Bella ex-husband Artem situation. Now, there has been a lot of articles, there's been lots of talking points, there's been lots of he said, she said, and, you know, rather than reacting to every single video or article or bit of news that's been released, it seems like it's quieting down a little bit. So I'm going to try and piece everything together here, have a look at it, break it down, see what actually happened. But this, honestly, to me, from what I've seen, looks like another case of just always believing the woman. And it appears that Nikki Bella is the one that is actually crazy. It looks like she is the one that is actually fucking mental. And maybe this Artem guy is also going to get a lucky escape. Because I do think it's strange. You look at John Cena, he was with Nikki Bella a long time. Yet he never married Nikki Bella. He never wanted to commit to Nikki Bella. Then when he met his future wife, they weren't even dating that long before John Cena got married to her. So, I mean, maybe that tells you something about Nikki Bella. It's almost like John Cena knew that she was just like a piece of ass and that he wasn't going to commit to that. He wasn't going to marry that. He wasn't going to, you know, sign his life away to that. And I mean, I think we all know the Bella family, they're not the most trustworthy. What, the daughter-in-laws of Big Johnny Laurinaitis? I mean, yeah, I don't know if you want to trust this family. So basically, it all started with a domestic violence call to the house. The police came out, Artem got arrested, he left in cuffs, and everyone pretty much just assumed, oh, he's a wife beater, he's been doing this, he has been doing that. But it turns out that Artem was actually the one that called the police. Now, you might be asking, why is he the one getting arrested then? Well, first of all, the claim is from his lawyer that Nikki Bella told lies to the police once they came out to the house. And second of all, even in situations like this, even when the man is the one that calls the police, 9 times out of 10, he will be the one arrested because they always take the woman's side, especially if she doesn't admit to it. Unless she straight up admits to being the abuser and saying that the husband is totally innocent, 9 times out of 10, it will be the guy that gets taken out the house. He will be the one in cuffs and arrested, even if he is the one that made the phone call. So he originally made the phone call because she was abusing him. He got arrested though. She claimed when he phoned the police on her, and this has been heard in the background, that he was ruining her career by reporting her to the police. The police then released him the next day, saying that they wouldn't be pressing any charges, no criminal charges, because there was no evidence to suggest that this Artem guy was being physically abusive or hurting his wife. She wants to have 100% custody of the kid, but he is pushing for 50-50, which again I think just seems to show Nikki Bella as a scummy person, because to me it looks like she wants 100% custody of this kid in order to hurt this guy. Like, why else? If he's not if he was abusive, then understandably she wouldn't want him around her kid. But for her to want 100%, it feels like that she's trying to hurt this guy. So, I mean, let's look a little bit more into the information then. So there's a few articles. Obviously, he got arrested after the domestic violence call. The police then released a statement saying, quote, "While we take every arrest seriously and stand firmly against domestic violence, we have an ethical obligation to only file charges when supported by the evidence. We are required to prove any and every criminal charge beyond a reasonable doubt, which is the highest standard in the American criminal justice system. If the available evidence doesn't rise to the level of proof, then we cannot ethically file charges." End of quote. So they're saying there's no proof, that they've got no evidence, therefore they were not able to file any charges. Now, into a little bit more detail on what actually happened that night. Artem's lawyer has said the following. He said, or she said even, quote, "It is crucial to consider the motivations of both parties in this situation. Artem contacted law enforcement on 8th, August 29th, 2024, seeking protection from his wife's persistent aggression. While he was on the phone with the police, Miss Garcia made a pointed statement saying, "Do you understand where this is going now, Artem? You just ruined my career and you know it." That day someone was going to be arrested, and it wouldn't have been Mr. Artem if Miss Garcia had told the truth. Artem denies ever tackling her. He was shocked to learn 2 weeks after the incident that she made this allegation against him. At that point it made sense to him why he was arrested. As a result of his wife's self-serving statement, Artem's career has suffered, with numerous opportunities being cancelled due to these false allegations. Men can also be victims of violence. Artem's case highlights this reality. He was not the primary aggressor. End of quote. So this guy's lost out on opportunities. His career's been affected because he's the man in this situation, and his wife is, accusing him of doing stuff that he is claiming he hasn't done. And this is typical. We see this time and time and time again. I can guarantee you, even when it comes to WWE, I am willing to bet every penny that I own, WWE, they would not punish male wrestlers and they would not punish female wrestlers the same when it comes to stories like this. See, when it comes to allegations, I mean, you look at Odyssey Jones. He was released about a month ago due to allegations, and we don't even have any proof. We don't even have any update. We don't even know what that guy was supposed to do. I can guarantee you, in WWE, if a male gets accused of physically assaulting or abusing his wife, they will cut ties with him, unless he's like Roman Reigns, and they'll probably try and keep him around. But, they will cut ties with him. Whereas I genuinely believe that if it's a female, there will be a lesser punishment. They'll maybe take her off TV for a little bit. Not sure. Give her a suspension. Something like that. But I don't believe we're going to get the same level of punishment, because we see it in the law. We see it in everything when it comes to criminal charges or whatnot. It doesn't matter whether it's women that kill, whether it's women that are, domestically violent, whether it's women that are predators. Female predators get less time than male predators. Look it up, guys. Go and compare it. If you look at school teachers, for example, you look at female teachers that have done inappropriate stuff with their students, you compare that to male teachers. The male teachers, a lot of the time, will get like 10, 15 years. Female teachers sometimes get about, 6 months, 18 months, something like that. I mean, this is an absolute fact. Not like I'm making this up. This is true. Then Artem also gave his version of the offence. This is what he said, what happened. He says, quote, "I could not hold it because she's quite strong. As soon as the door began opening, Matteo started crying. I did not want him to see his mother angry and confrontational in his bedroom. I wanted to protect Matteo from her lack of self-control at the moment. I squeezed myself through the door opening and tried to push myself out, while Petitioner continued to physically attack me and push her way in. I tried to get her off of me and away from the door frame so that Matteo would not witness any conflict. I cannot stress enough how many times I pleaded with her to stop and calm down. There was a mutual struggle and we both ended up on the ground." End of quote. Artem has also shared photos of injuries that he sustained during the attack. Now, I mean, I'm not saying these injuries are massive. I mean, look, honestly, looks like a couple of scratches or like mosquito bites, but at the same time, these could definitely be from a female, especially with like long, sharp nails. So I think this could definitely buy into his claim that she was being physical and that she was all over him and grabbing him just by seeing these marks alone. Look, at the end of the day, we don't know if this guy's telling the truth. We don't know if Nikki Bella's telling the truth. But when he was arrested, everyone automatically assumed he was guilty and assumed Nikki was the victim, despite him being the one that called the police on her. Surely, if this guy was, she's claiming that it's been going on for a long time and that he's been, surely if that's the case, then she would have phoned the police on him previously. Why is she only claiming him to be this abusive guy when he phones the police on her? That doesn't make any sense to me. Surely also her friends or family, Brie Bella, would have spoken about this. They would have knew about it. Honestly, to me, it just seems like Nikki Bella's got issues. This guy has called the police on her, and instead of her, owning responsibility, she's done what, you could argue a lot of women do and take zero responsibility and try and turn the tables and try and blame this guy. So that's what it looks like to me. Obviously, can't say that for sure. Don't know if this guy's in the wrong. Don't know if Nikki Bella's in the wrong. But what I do know is it's definitely not fair just to assume this guy's guilty when we have zero proof. And out of the proof that we do have, it looks more like he's the one that is the victim. He's the one with the bruises. He's the one with the marks. He's the one that called the police on Nikki Bella. And Nikki Bella is the one that was heard on the phone saying, you know what you're doing here, you're ruining my career, almost like a threat, almost like you can't do this, put the phone down. So yeah, it is what it is. And we also know that John Cena did not marry this chick, so maybe he could see the red flags. It is what it is, guys. Anyway, that's it. Catch you in the next one. Fog Wrestling. Probably not going to make another video on this unless there's like groundbreaking information that comes out, because at the end of the day, it's he said, she said. So unless there's like, something really important, then this is going to be it, guys. But let me know your comments down below. Let me know what you think of this, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Been Fog Wrestling. Thanks for watching, and peace.